Hello and welcome to Old Ways Gardening and Prepping. My name is Teresa. I'd like to welcome you to my backyard under the canopy on this overcast rainy day. And today the topic is going to be making smudge bundles. Now, with that being said, I don't make those foo-foo smudge bundles with all the flowers and stuff in it. That's not smudge bundles. I make traditional smudge bundles, and most people do not know there are two different kinds of smudge bundles. There's the one that you use for cleansing your home, your area, yourselves, and there's also medicinal smudge bundles where they act like a fumatory for diseases, colds, flus, where smoke inhalation is good for medicinal benefits. Yes, people, smoke's not always bad. It just depends on where that smoke comes from. Alright, with that being said, I'm going to pause the camera. I'm going to adjust it so you can see what I'm doing, and we're going to talk more about making smudges. Okay, I'm going to be slightly out of the camera on this one, but you'll be able to hear me talking. Now, I have some beautiful Artemisia that I have harvested from my own patches of Artemisia. It is organic. I have Sweetgrass, my own Sweetgrass. I have rosemary. I have sage. I have some lavender, which, yes, lavender is a really good fumatory. So is the sage, the rosemary, the sweetgrass, Artemisia, and also this is wild harvested. I have flat leaf cedar. Now you can also use the red cedar that grows in the southeast as well. I use that also, but today it's going to be flat leaf cedar. Now a lot of people don't truly realize the importance of smudges. You can cleanse your house of bad energy. It has been used for centuries. Native Americans, even people in Europe used fumatory herbs to burn excuse me, when there was sickness. And it's very misunderstood by a lot of people who use stuff that don't need to be used. You'll never see me using flower petals and stuff like that. That's not what smudge bundles are about. That's that foo-foo stuff anymore. And I'm definitely not foo-foo. I'm going to want about 3 good sprigs of the Artemisia. Now, I did harvest them yesterday so that they will kind of wilt down some to get some of the moisture out. Now, what I'm going to do is strip some of the leaves off of the bottom of the stem. Do not throw them away. Keep it, because you can use it for loose smudge mixtures. Okay. And it gives you a clean basis to start the base of to tie your smudge bundle off. And since I had to use my regular garden sage, I prefer to use wild prairie sage. And if anybody knows where I can get plants, seeds, or if somebody's willing to harvest a big box of wild prairie sage, mountain sage, tumbleweed, it goes by many things. It looks like kind of reminds you, it looks like mugwort. It is in that family. I would be forever in your debt, and I am more than willing to trade something with you or be able to buy it. I desperately need prairie sage. Okay, we have our basis of the Artemisia. I want a little bit of Sweetgrass, also known as Mother Earth's hair. Very sacred plant to my people. Always treat it with respect and give offerings of tobacco before you harvest them. And we're going to lay it down on top of the Artemisia. And in this one, I want to put a really good sprig of sage inside. And this is for somebody who's very special to me. I'm making this one for. I will keep who it is quietly because I want it to be a surprise for them. And that's a good amount of cedar there. I'm going to add, hold on a minute, I'm going to pause. Sorry about that, somebody was blaring their music as usual. And let's see. And one more really good sprig of Artemisia. I'm going to strip the stems a little bit to clean them up. And I'm going to put that one on top. Now usually I try to use kite string, but at the moment we got just a little bit thicker string, but it's going to work. Now this smudge bundle here is more for cleansing and negative out of your house. I'm using the Artemisia in place of the wild sage that I usually use. And you're going to want to take your string and you want the bottom part tied very securely. That way your smudge bundle does not come loose. And this one is for cleansing. Several years ago, I had beautiful prairie sage growing, a nice patch of it. I don't think it liked where it was planted, so it decided not to come back up the next season. And I have been trying to get a hold of it ever since. And what I do is let me show you again. You take the long tops and I fold them back over, and that helps to keep as much of the sage bundle secure. Adjust it so it's as packed as possible. And that way it'll burn. You want to take your string and slowly the first few wraps are the hardest to get started, to make sure that you get everything put together nicely. You want to try to get as many of the branches wound in together. And of course I'll have more information in the description box below the video, like I do all my videos. You have to work with some of them because, yeah, there's always going to be that one or two who don't like to get incorporated into the smudge bundle. And then you're going to wrap it tight at the bottom. You want it fairly tight going towards the top, but not too tight so that it won't dry correctly. And then you're going to want to trim off the ends so that they look nice and neat. I needed my pruners for this one. Hold on a minute. Okay, hold on a minute. Okay, pausing of the camera and the magic of Junior handing me my pruners. We will trim the end off. Do not discard your trimmings. Save them all. And there we have one smudge bundle. This one, like I said, is for cleansing. And next we'll do one for medicinal purposes. Like I said, don't waste any of your trimmings at all. And this is the beautiful Artemisia, which is medicinal as well as protective. Remember to strip some of the material off the bottom so you have a good base to start with. Next one will be what I call a fumatory or medicinal bundle, smudge bundle, that you can burn in someone's room or in your house if someone's sick. Not only to breathe in the smoke, but to also cleanse the area of another really good fumatory plant that you can add the leaves into a healing smudge bundle would be mullein leaves. I don't have any at the moment, so I'm going to work with what I have. And we're going to add some beautiful, beautiful sweetgrass into here. And you want to make sure you have a good base to lay everything on. Of course, we all know that sage is medicinal, so we're going to add some sage leaves. Man, they're vicious after the rain. Now, rosemary. Now, this is my own homegrown rosemary. It's not only good for a protection smudge bundle, it's also very good for a medicinal smudge bundle. And then I'm going to add some lavender in there as well, which is another medicinal herb to add to a medicinal smudge. Oh, it smells so good, y'all. I wish y'all could smell it. And of course, cedar is medicinal as well. A lot of people don't know it is. And like I say, don't throw anything away. Save all your trimmings. It'll take you a while to get used to, in a way, wrangling the herbs together and the plant material. But once you get used to it, it becomes second nature. But you want to make sure you get that base tied very well. Untight. Okay. Now here's where you try to get everything incorporated. Then the top, back, over, and down. It helps to keep everything in place. And if you notice that your tip that you bent back over is a little longer, you can snip it off if you want to, or just bend it back up and in. Your main goal is trying to keep all of it together as much as possible. And get it all wrapped up together nice and neat. I'm trying to get it all worked in to where it stays together. smells so wonderful. Sometimes you have to go back on one to make sure that you get certain ones, certain ones back down flat. And you just keep working, keeping it tucked in. And then you'll bring it back down. And any one sticking out, you just make sure that you get it tucked back in. Wrap really good. Tie it off very well. Trim off the tails. Save all trimmings. Don't waste anything. And there we have, of course now you can straighten it up, a medicinal and a cleansing smudge. Now what I'm going to do is put these and the other ones that I'm going to make into a dry location. Probably usually end up hanging them up and letting them dry naturally. You want somewhere where it's good and dry so that all the herbs inside will dry. Now you don't want your bundles packed too tight, because if you pack them too tight, wrap them too tight, they will not burn for the person. And let me tell you, they smell absolutely amazing. Now, what you'll do with all your trimmings, put those somewhere where they can dry. All your trimmings, keep them as organized as you can. Let me move the camera back down. Everything that you trim up, even the cedar stems. Cut them into small pieces. Waste nothing. Especially when you're dealing with like sweetgrass, which is a very sacred plant to my people. You waste nothing. Cedar stems. You cut them into very small pieces. When your clippers will work. Any loose cedar fronds. You put them in the mix. Everything. Any of the trimmings, anything that you snip off, you will take them, because this is your loose sage mix, loose smudge mix. Lay it on a screen to dry, or on a cookie sheet with paper towels, and let them dry until completely dried. Now, you can burn them loose like this once they're completely dry. Now, if they're not dry, you can try burning them all you want to. It's not going to work. Let them get completely dry. You can leave it like this, and you can light them on this end. Make you a little, what I call a little cave. Light it this way, and once it gets going, then you can blow it to get it to keep burning. Or if you have charcoal tablets, which are meant for burning loose incense, smudge mixtures, resins, you can use that, and once they're ready to go, you can put your loose smudge on that as well. Now, if you want to, once it's dry, you can powder it fine as well. That's another smudge mix as well. It's simple, it's easy. Be reverent when you do it. Make sure your whole surface your work area is clean, that you're not stressed out, because any way you feel is going to go into your bundles as well as your smudge mix. Now, I know some are going to ask, how do you burn them if you've never done a smudge bundle? Okay, once they are completely dry, they have to be completely dry or they're not going to burn at all. You will light this end. Once it's going good, you'll burn the flame out. You'll blow the flame out, and you'll blow on it every once in a while so that it'll keep smoldering. You want it to smolder. You don't want it to burn with the flame. And then that's when you will smudge your home, smudge around sick people. If somebody's been sick in the house, you can smudge the house as well. With the smoke, you want to make sure you get your closets, every area possible when you're cleansing your house as well. Now, for those who live in places where in like apartments where you cannot smudge with smoke, there's a simple fix for that. Give me a minute. Take a pot with good clean water. Add some cedar to it, Artemisia, sweetgrass, rosemary, sage, lavender, what you have. Put it into the pot of water. Make sure your pot has a nice fitting lid. That's good and tight. Bring the tea mix up to a boil. Cut the flame up. Well, once it comes to a boil, put your lid on, cut your flame off, move it off the heat source. Let it steep until it's room temperature, completely cooled down. You can strain that then, put it into a spray bottle, and you have a smudge spray. That way you can still be able to smudge your house if you can't do the smoke. But simple, easy, anybody can do this. You just need to know how and the reasoning behind it. Simple, easy, anybody can make their own smudges. Now, before anybody starts screaming devil worshipping or anything like that, check yourself at the door. My people, my ancestors have been using this method of smudging for cleansing, smudging for healing, for many, many centuries, and it worked just fine. Even my European ancestors, Irish and Scottish, done the same thing, y'all. Learn your heritage and their ways. Learn the ways of the medicine, and it will keep you well. It will wise you up to a lot of lies that people have pushed, which is another thing I'm going to go into more detail in the live stream tonight. I was asked to make this video, and I'm more than happy to share the ways with you, as long as when you make your smudge bundle, treat them with respect and reverence. Don't be angry, don't be mad, don't have a whole bunch of stuff going on, don't have a TV blaring in the background, anything like that. You want to be at peace and calm when making them. And thinking good thoughts, nothing bad. These work. I know they do. I speak from experience. I've been making smudge bundles most of my life, and they work wonders. As long as you're taught correctly and you know what to use. Now, there are other herbs that I did not use in these yet. You can use mugwort as well. It helps, especially in the cleansing ones, to get out negative energy, or if you're just not feeling good, it helps. Mullein is wonderful for medicinal smudge mixes, because mullein is good as a tea, yes. It's good as eardrops, yes. But a lot of people don't know mullein will stop an asthma spell and a heart attack when smoking. So, the smoke from mullein leaves is really good as a fumatory. Let's see what others. There were some other ones. You can use juniper. Juniper branches are, well, the greenery is really good in it. And many more are very good. You just have to know what to use and be taught correctly. Like I said, I was asked to do this, and I'm more than happy when I'm asked to make videos to make them. Just have to give me time. It takes a while sometimes. Simple, easy. All of this was grown by me except for the flat leaf cedar. But I could have went in the back part of the property and gotten some red cedar, which is native cedar here as well. Oh, and also, if you want to, you can also, if you have them for the ceremonial smudge, you can also add tobacco leaves. Not the processed tobacco, but the tobacco leaves, and add them as well. Simple, easy, anybody can do this. You just have to believe in yourself and know how to. I hope you've enjoyed this video, and it encourages you to also make your own smudges. Stay safe, stay sound, everyone. Keep your head on a swivel. Continue to stock up those pantries as much as possible. Everyone, take care. I look forward to seeing you in my next video, and may you each be blessed. I'll see you soon.